Okay, people, I take a run for Eglinton. So while I'm going, please share, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I try to give you the best of the traffic while I'm driving. Whatever happens, I'm here to show you live and direct. At the same time, you can come live. I'm there. I can go live on Facebook or live on YouTube. So whenever you're ready, just link me up live. Please share, like, comment, and subscribe. Just send the video to your friend.
For us to be gambling on big signs and flashing lights.
And one day after the province announced plans to ban municipal speed cameras, a group of concerned Toronto residents gathered at City Hall today to voice their opposition to the plan.
See, I'm giving it the traffic driving, but the government talking about red light camera, speed camera. Want to go away with it.
Remember to keep up to date day and night.
Follow me, watch my video, and look at the driver in front of me. I don't have a camera behind, I have a camera in front.
Washington's imposing another round of tariffs, this time on pharmaceuticals and furniture. The U.S. president shared the news online, saying imported drugs will face a 100% duty starting October 1st. There will also be a 50% markup on imported cabinets and a 30% markup for upholstered furniture. Shares of Dentalcorp gained more than 30% today on news it's being acquired by an American firm. GTCR's all-cash offers worth $2.2 billion. Dentalcorp manages dental practices across Canada. Aya Gold and Silver pushing back on allegations it overstated how much silver it has. That accusation came from the Blue Orca Group. Aya says Blue Orca mischaracterized a lot of details and its report contained inaccuracies. Aya stock recovered today after taking a hit on Thursday. Here's a look at how the trading day ended. The Canadian dollar hasn't changed much. It's at 71.75. West Texas Intermediate is up to 65.32. Western Canadian Select barely moved. It's at 53.15. And the TSX is up 29 points today to 29,761. Those are your business headlines. I'm Marilla Fernandez.
The Business Report is brought to you by Canadian Western Bank, the bank built for business.
Data from Statistics Canada shows the economy rebounded in July following 3 consecutive months of decline. The agency said GDP grew by 0.2% in July. Manufacturing, mining, and wholesale trade boosted growth. The report comes after GDP shrank in the second quarter by 1.6% on an annualized basis. A preliminary estimate for August shows there was likely no growth that month, but a contraction was also avoided. There is a major recall underway affecting Canadian Hyundai owners. 44,000 SUVs are being called back to check out a possible issue with the seatbelt. It affects the Hyundai Palisades models for the years 2020 to 2025. Some belts in the driver, front passenger, and second row seats may not latch properly. Hyundai will be directly contacting those owners and advising them to go to a dealership to get it checked out. And another recall to tell you about, this one in the kitchen. It involves more than 1 million Oster French door toaster countertop ovens. If you have one, you are being advised to stop using it immediately. The problem is spring-loaded front doors, which can snap closed suddenly, causing a burn hazard. You can contact the company for a free repair kit. It is the last weekend of the regular season, and the Toronto Blue Jays are poised to win the American League East title for the first time in a decade. Whether that happens will be decided during a series that starts tonight at Rogers
Okay,
Center.
this is Eglinton and Keele intersection. On my right, there's a subway up in front.
That was fun.
On
The
my
Jays
left,
offense returned last
that's a
night in
subway.
a 6-1 win against Boston. Toronto will be hoping
Doesn't
for
open
more
as
of the
yet,
same
but
when they welcome
that's the
Tampa
look.
Bay to town this evening for a 3-game set. Shane Bieber gets the start. The Jays' magic number is 3, so the first chance to clinch is tomorrow. Toronto
Who is
currently
not
tied
from
with the Yankees,
Eglinton?
and
How
if
is
New
it
York ends up
looking so
winning the
far?
division,
You're
the Jays
watching.
will
Please
play in the
like, share,
wild card
comment,
starting on
subscribe.
Tuesday. The Toronto Argonauts are
I'm
also
just
in
driving
action
on
tonight
the
at
eastbound
Boatman
in
High
Eglinton
East
towards Dufferin.
Toronto had a 3-game winning streak snapped when it lost 21-19 to the Alouettes last Friday. The Argos are in third place in the East with a 5-9 record. They visit the BC Lions this evening with Nick Arbuckle slated to return as quarterback. Kickoff is scheduled for just after 10 p.m. Meanwhile, former Toronto Maple Leafs goaltender may be back between the pipes this season. James Reimer has signed with the team in a professional tryout. The veteran goalie is entering his 16th NHL season after sitting out for Buffalo and Anaheim last season. Reimer played 6 seasons for the Leafs, starting with the 2010-11 campaign. His tryout with the Buds comes after Joseph Woll took an indefinite leave of absence earlier this week for personal reasons. So some are calling it a David versus Goliath matchup, with a record crowd expected to turn out tomorrow to watch Canada take on England in the World Cup final for women's rugby. England are the heavy favorites, but the Canadians believe they can make history. With more, here's CTV's John Benavale Rao.
For fans of women's rugby, tomorrow's match is one of the most anticipated in years. Canada are exceptionally good. It's going to be a really good match.
So it's difficult to say which way it's going to go. Obviously, we wish that it goes our way.
This, the moment a week ago when the Canadian women advanced to the final, besting the defending champs, New Zealand, and now set to play England's Red Roses.
This is what we've been building for 3 years to do, and the fact that we're in this week and this is the game that we're in is just unbelievable, and it's just kind of a surreal feeling.
For the Canadians, this is only their second trip ever to the World Cup final, and Saturday's contest will be tough. The Red Roses is made up of mostly pros, with a budget 10 times bigger than that of the Canadians, and they've won a staggering 32 games in a row.
They have an aura about them. Our goal is to burst it, basically.
The Canadian team are themselves unbeaten this year and will play Saturday's game in Twickenham, England, at the stadium in front of a sellout crowd of 82,000, the largest ever for a women's rugby game.
This is the Jones Act Stadium, and the biggest stadium in England. It's getting very exciting for women's rugby in general.
Bob Baker, the tragically hip, praising the team, with the band selling special jerseys to support them. On social media, fan Shania Twain was asked if the team's last win impressed her much. She wrote back, "Oh, you know it did."
And signed Red Roses.
And Prime Minister Carney meeting with his UK counterpart today, exchanging jerseys. For those who play the game, all of the attention's been great.
I think that we're changing the way people see Canadian rugby on the global scale.
And if the team can take the trophy, it'll truly be a moment for the...
can play. Learn more at gamblingisrandom.ca. For breaking news, it's News Talk 1010, Toronto.
Next is a story about a golden anniversary for a treasure in the city's East End.
A network of neighbors celebrating 50 years of supporting each other thanks to a charity that has grown into the cornerstone of the community. In the heart of the city's East End, there is a place that for 50 years has done so much good within its walls.
This is a place where if you want to help anybody or get some help on any subject, this
Still
is
on
the place
Eglinton.
to go.
Community Center 55, which today marks half a century of bringing together neighbors in Beaches East York.
It's not just historical in that we're celebrating 50 years. It's really an institution in this community. It is a second home for so many folks.
A second home that invites East Enders out for a sunny September barbecue.
It's nice to come out here and get together and meet all your friends that you haven't seen in a long time, right?
Providing programming for seniors, kids, and everyone in between.
They have lots of books. They have a library there for older people. They can go in. They have bus trips.
Taking the lead on organizing the Beaches Santa Claus Parade, packing backpacks for students in need of support, and running food and toy drives to provide for more than 1,000 local families.
It teaches people about community service. It's always amazing to watch Beaches East York wrap their arms around Community Center 55. It's about your friends. It's about your neighbors.
Making sure that the members of this community have everything they need, which is sometimes as simple as a coffee or a conversation.
I've heard stories from seniors that they haven't talked to anybody all week. And just having that small interaction and connection is just so meaningful to them.
Joan West has been coming here for years and shares a birthday with Community Center 55. She turns 90 today.
It's good for the seniors to have a safe place to go when you have people with the same interests.
And often that shared interest is helping others. Volunteers are the backbone of the charity and fundraising initiatives that give back. Neighbors serving neighbors.
These are great people. They help the community, and they are always smiling, never say no to people.
And so as the center celebrates 50 years of success in connecting communities, the hope is that this hub will continue to build up Beaches East York in the spirit of service for 50 more.
Rock on. That is such a cool resource in the community.
Yeah, congratulations to Center 55 and happy birthday to Joan.
Joan, yay.
Happy birthday.
I gift you sunshine for your birthday and for the weekend. After such a kind of gloomy few days, it really is so nice to wrap up the work and school week with some sunshine of it. We do have outdoor plans this weekend. We have a much more summer-like forecast. So you can get out and enjoy it. A few steady showers right now up towards Bancroft and Kingston, but overall it is dry in the GTA. 24, feeling like 27. It's so together. It's nice. As you're into the evening, you're walking anywhere, going out and about, it's beautiful and dry, and over the next 7 days, it's a whole lot of sunshine, so enjoy it while you can.
Oh, we will.
Thank you, Jess. That's it for us, but be sure to join Heather Buck tonight at 11 for CTV National News, followed by very own Natalie Johnson, the next local newscast at 11:30.
In the meantime, our coverage continues anytime on City 24 and online at ctvnewstoronto.ca.
For Jessica Smith and all of us here at CTV News, thanks for watching and have a great night and a fabulous weekend. This is News Talk Downtown. CFRB AM, Toronto, a division of Bell Media and an iHeartRadio station. This is News Talk Downtown. CFRB AM, Toronto, a division of Bell Media and an iHeartRadio station.
From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Jason White. The Postal Workers Union wants Ottawa to reverse course on its plans to overhaul Canada Post. Mail carriers hit the picket lines late yesterday after the federal government announced plans to end daily door-to-door delivery and shutter some post offices. The Crown Corporation bleeds millions of dollars in losses per day. The Canadian Union of Postal Workers negotiator Jim Gallant says the government's plan is not the fix Canada Post needs.
Everybody is taking Canada Post forward, hook, line, and sinker. And We're not saying that Canada Post doesn't have trouble. We're just saying that these are extreme ways to fix things, some things that don't need to be fixed.
Canada Post says it's now revising the offers it was going to table today so that they align with the federal government's changes. Prime Minister Mark Carney is urging like-minded countries to work together. He says U.S. President Donald Trump's tariff agenda has driven what he calls an economic and geopolitical rupture. Carney made the comments at a summit in the UK today, where he's meeting with the Prime Minister as well as the leaders of Australia, Iceland, and Spain. The Canadian Food Inspection Agency says it is continuing to feed and care for a BC farm's ostriches while it waits for a court decision. A cull of the birds was ordered after an avian flu outbreak, and the agency says the virus had details not seen elsewhere in Canada. The Supreme Court ordered a pause on the cull while it decides whether to hear the ostrich farm's appeal, but the CFIA warns the ongoing delay poses health risks for both animals and humans. More RCMP officers are joining the search near a southwest Alberta campground for a missing 6-year-old boy. Darius McDougall disappeared on Sunday. Alberta Search and Rescue's Adam Kennedy says optimism is still high the boy will be found.
The optimism is based on that statistical analysis and the consultation that was done with the leading physicians in the province the other day regarding survivability and the temperatures and terrain that we are seeing out here on the search ground.
Darius has autism, so searchers are avoiding loud, unpleasant noises, and they're trying to use one of his favorite songs to lure him out of the woods. If the first thing you do in the mornings is reach for your phone, a word of advice.
Might be smart to wait a bit. Quoting behavioral scientist Zilana Montminy, your brain wakes up like wet cement. The first imprint you make matters. She previews to Axios her new book, suggesting instead of checking messages, check in with yourself. Are you well rested? Can you remember your dreams? Step outside, she says. Breathe. Soak up some sunlight. Rise and shine. Don't rise and scroll. Wayne Cabot, ABC News.
This is the Canadian Press. In sports, the Toronto Blue Jays kick off their final series of the regular season tonight as they welcome the Tampa Bay Rays. The Montreal Alouettes host the Calgary Stampeders to kick off Week 17 of the CFL season. Later tonight, the Toronto Argonauts are in Vancouver facing the BC Lions. Montreal Canadiens defenseman David Reinbacher will be out for 4 weeks with a broken hand. He was hurt last night in preseason action. Goaltender James Reimer is back with the Toronto Maple Leafs after signing on a professional tryout. It comes after Joseph Woll took an indefinite leave of absence from the Leafs earlier this week. Lionel Messi is in Toronto, but will he play against Toronto FC? Inter Miami coach Javier Mascherano was coy when he was asked.
I don't like to talk before because, we have a training session this afternoon.
He says you'll know the answer tomorrow. From the Canadian Press.
Okay, I'm gonna stop off here for a couple minutes.
Time for News Talk 1010 Time Saver.
Anyway, I'm gonna end this video. So see you on the next video. Still on the traffic running. Okay, take care. See you later.